But that's very cool to hear. I'm not sure if I suggested the good dreams and good sleeping too. I usually do. I can't remember if I did or not. But it's usually one of the side effects. One of the good side effects is to be able to sleep a lot better as being hypnotized and being able to reach a very deep state of relaxation. You get rid of the tension, you get rid of the stress. So when you lay down, you can just sleep, and you don't have to worry about letting go. You don't have to toss and turn, and it's just you have just a wide open door to be able to go into sleep and just feel good. So that's very awesome to
Well,
hear.
it's an amazing feeling, and that's how I've been able to talk Daddy and my husband into doing this because, there's a lot of tension and a lot of things going on in the world of a superhero sometimes that, that I would like to see you work with.
Very nice, very cool. And is Ivy here with us?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. So you volunteered yourself to be hypnotized. Do you want to be hypnotized today?
Yes, I did. I thought
Fantastic.
it very interesting to see how things work out. It was watching my wife. That was pretty interesting. It was fun. It was fun. The only I told Savon before we go further, I know how to get to Canada. you make it bad.
No, you need a passport, Ivy. I don't think you have a passport, so I have a few months. Okay.
It's locked, Javon. You're dealing with superheroes here. They have powers that we don't even know about.
Oh.
But I'm
I'm
very
scared now. But actually, you, Ivy, have a fear. You're a big superhero, but you do have a fear, and I want Michael to help you with that fear. And also, Michael, as you hypnotize him, can you tell us some of the techniques that you're using that people can do themselves at home to relieve fear, or whatever their problems are, their issues are, sleep deprivation, things?
I will do my best. There's a lot of techniques that are happening throughout the whole session that you wouldn't even recognize even when I'm doing them. Just because there's so many techniques that are tied together. But I'll do my best to be able to do that. Yeah.
We can talk about it afterwards or something. You can say, I did this and I did that.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. So Ivy, I want to
Yeah.
hear from you your challenge that you would like to face.
I think I sat down a couple weeks ago. I have a fear of failing. I think that's what my greatest fear is. There are things that I know I can do, and but some things like what I'm working on, that's a big challenge because it can be overwhelming, intimidating, and I guess that there's a level of procrastination. I'm not on it as I should be. So my wife says I'm a big procrastinator. But I think that is one of the fears that I face, fear of failure.
And what in particular are you procrastinating with? What is the activity? What is it that you think you should be doing, or what you want to be motivated to do?
Well, I don't manage my activities as well as I should, and I'm always wondering what next, and I guess when you're planning, you want to know what's next, and sometimes you don't get to know what's next. And with where I'm going with this company and with this business and with this worthy ideal, is I tend to hesitate trying to figure out what's the next step. And sometimes, with all the passion that I have in me for what I'm trying to do, I just need to flow. And sometimes I just worry about what's next. I just need to flow. And I've been thinking about that over the past couple of days. The flow is not there. The passion is there, but the flow isn't. And the flow has to be there in order for me to go where I need to go with this.
And what seems to be in the way of the flow? I mean, what is the What's in the way of the flow, and what's the feelings that you get when you feel like you're hindered from the flow?
Sometimes I just stop. I just don't do anything. And matter of fact, I can go a whole day without doing anything, and the next day it's like, okay, what did I do? And I didn't do anything. Knowing I should be doing something, I just didn't do anything. And it bothers me sometimes. It really, really bothers me because I know I should be much further than I am. And it's amazing. Like today, it wasn't as productive as I wanted it to be. And like I said, get to that point, okay, what's next? What should I be doing? What
Right.
should I be doing to move this thing forward? And sometimes I just don't do anything.
And I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to ask a scale of 1 to 10. And first off, you have a company, and you must have a vision of the company is up and running and doing well, correct?
That's correct.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, and let's be honest here, what is the burning desire that you have to get this company up and running? What kind of desire do you have?
Well, I think too is the message. Coming up with the right message, because I want it to be a very compelling message, very powerful message, because when I look at the reason why I started creating this character, I wanted him to make a difference. And as I look at where I want to be, my greatest desire is to do with Daddy Man what Walt Disney did with Mickey Mouse. I want him to be that big, and I want the message to be that powerful, because I know so many kids and young people who struggle, and I just realized maybe a month ago what my life's purpose was, and it's very overwhelming to realize I've existed for 45 years. I just existed, and I want to help people to realize you can do more than just exist. And my existence has affected my children, and I want to really make my message that powerful. Let's try to find a way to do more than just exist.
Right. That's amazing. That's great that you found that, and you're now on the step to the right direction, which a lot of people never get to that step. So you should really be congratulating yourself to be able to reach that point, because a lot of people don't, which is awesome.
I'm very, very excited because one of my mentors is Earl Nightingale, and he spoke of when you do something, it should be a worthy idea, and you should go at it as structure everything as a progressive realization of a worthy idea. So each step is falling in line, and I say, what's next? Well, look where we're at now. I'm doing something to take that forward. So this is another step, and they're falling into place, and I just get so overwhelmed sometimes. Where's the next step? And they're constantly falling into place, and I just feel so very enthusiastic about this because I want people to be able to realize, hey, I'm free. I can do. And what pushes me and drives me are my kids, because I want them to have a happy and wonderful life. I want them to be able to pursue their goals, their dreams, and their aspirations. But I now realize what's holding people back. Their negative, self-limiting habits limit ourselves. And I remember when I was...
Let's go. I'm geared. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I realize you're ready. It's kind of important for me to get this kind of these details before we move into a session like this. We do have a limited amount